Hi everyone, I'm here to talk about why you should be spending more time outdoors. And to kind of just kick us off today, I want to share with you guys one of my personal favorite souvenirs. Whenever me and my family go on trips, we try to get a small or big souvenir, whatever the case may be, just to remind us of just the memories that we spent with one another and just to remind us of those emotions that we had. And for us, one of our favorite souvenirs to grab are seashells. We love going to the beach, and whenever we take a beach trip, we usually try to walk the beach for just a few minutes and look around for different types of seashells. And so we have a pretty big pile stocked up in the house somewhere, and occasionally I'll go over and take a look at them, and immediately I'm reminded of the emotions of that beach trip and really just the peace and the rest that I experience on the seashore. Just I love the sound of the waves, just the smell of the fresh air. And so for you, that might look like maybe the sound of a bird that would always come by on a family camping trip, or maybe just the smell of cedar trees that reminded you of a hiking trail you loved going to in the mountains growing up. Whatever the case may be, usually there's a clear connection between nature and peace. And so today I just kind of wanted to talk to you guys about how the outdoors helps produce a healthy mind and a healthy body that brings us to a state of just peace and rest. And so kind of as a quick overview, we're going to talk about how the outdoors improves our mental health, how it aids in stress reduction, and also improves our physical wellness. So kind of jumping into that first point there, how the outdoors improve our mental health. I am sure that many of you guys have heard the term seasonal depression. Its more technical name would be seasonal affective disorder. But essentially, according to the Mayo Clinic, people who have seasonal depression during the fall and winter months, they experience sadness, kind of an all day, low energy, lack of motivation, things that they used to love to do, they now don't want to do anymore. And in more extreme cases, people may even experience suicidal thoughts. And the reason why people with seasonal depression experience this clear decline in mental health is because the sun isn't out as much during the fall and winter months. There's a lot more gray and cloudiness, and so people aren't able to receive the vitamin D that they need. And so because there's lower levels of vitamin D from the sun, people's serotonin levels, which is our mood hormones in the body, decrease. And also people's cortisol levels, which is our stress hormones, kind of increase in the process. So people experience that apathetic feeling when they are unable to be outside or unable to just experience the sunlight. And so it is vital that for our mental health that we go outside and we receive the vitamins that we need from nature, as that actively affects our mood and our mental health. And so while the outdoors can be your therapy session, it can also reduce the stress in your life. Frontier Psychology, which is a leading psychology journal publisher currently, reported that in just about 20 to 30 minutes outside, there's an active reducement of cortisol levels in the body. And kind of on a similar study, Jody Smith, who's a nurse practitioner of 12 years and an instructor in medicine currently, shares that just even in 5 minutes, people can experience a reducement in cortisol levels. And so there's a bit of dispute on how quickly nature takes effect on our bodies, but the result is all the same. Nature actively helps reduce the stress we hold in our body. It calms the sympathetic nervous system, which is our fight or flight response, and just relieves the tension in our bodies. And I think something that Smith specifically says that was rather interesting is that at its definition, nature doesn't require anything of us. We don't have to walk outside and give anything. It's kind of more of we just show up. And so in a culture in which we're constantly stimulated, something's always pulling at us, always requiring our attention. Going outside and just being able to be is such a relief for our bodies. And so I think really nature, as Smith is saying, is almost just kind of countercultural. And so it's so important to get outside just to relieve that stress from your body. And so while the outdoors may be able to cure your final stress in the process, it can also help get your body feeling better as well. And so being outside usually means for people doing some type of physical activity, whether it be walking, maybe hiking, or if you're into kayaking, that too, whatever the case may be for you. Usually nature invites people to be physically active. And so the UC Davis Health, which is one of the leading academic health systems in the US today, states that physical activity reduces cortisol levels. It also relieves muscle tension and also helps the cardiovascular systems. So that means lower blood pressure, healthier heart rate is a direct result of continuous physical activity. And CDC also shares very similar results to UC Davis Health, and also adds in there that continual physical activity also prevents the development of chronic diseases in people. And so constantly going outside on a regular basis and inviting your body to physical activity outside to some extent helps keep a healthy body, and a healthy body means a healthy mind. And so kind of as a recap, our 3 points today were the outdoors helps improve our mental health, the outdoors aids in stress reduction, and the outdoors helps improve our physical wellness. Depression and negative moods decrease in the sun. Serotonin levels increase in the sun, uplifting our mood in the process. And nature just naturally invites us to physical activity and helps produce a healthier body, and a healthy body means a healthy mind. So I encourage you, especially during this final season, to go take a walk, clear that mind, and you guys got this. Thank you so much.